Mary Wilson is here from Hamilton, where she's lived for 20 years. We are so delighted that she is one of our prayer partners here at Crossroads. And I'm still trying to absorb, still gaining the details behind compound losses, cumulative grief, as a result initially of losing your sister at the age, you were 9 when she died. How old was your sister?
She was 12.
12.
Yeah.
Sickle cell anemia also took the life of your brothers, who were 15, 26, and 31. Your mother's death was completely unexpected.
Yes.
What happened to her?
Yes, in 2006, I got a call one morning, and I could tell right away that there was something that was not right, and I subsequently found out that my mother had passed away that morning, very unexpectedly, and she was actually on her way to church. And so this impacted us as a family in a uniquely very different way from all the other losses.
All the others. Your dad died in a car accident last year?
Yes, yes. And that was another very tragic, unexpected loss. He was traveling in a public vehicle, and unfortunately, it was a tragic accident that took most of the lives of the occupants.
And it's hard to believe this is even real. Valentine's Day, 2009, your husband Chris died, heart failure.
Yes.
I mean, just looking at you, young, beautiful, parenting still at home. You have Melissa. Melissa's 20 years old. She's not at home.
No, she's not.
And Ethan is 15. How have you been able to move forward through all this loss, all this pain?
It's been a journey with God, and I think I owe this to my parents, just my foundation, or growing up. They instilled what God and just a Christian foundation, and that's what I knew with the first experience that I had of loss, and I knew to take that on. And God has been faithful. God has been patient with me. God has been loving. He's been graceful.
A husband.
He's been a husband, a provider.
To the husbandless.
Absolutely.
I want to put a scripture on the screen. It's probably my greatest truth in these times. Isaiah 45, verse 3. God says, I will give you the treasures hidden in the darkness, secret riches. I will do this so you may know that I am the Lord, the God of Israel, the one who calls you by name. Your testimony, Mary, is that over the time, you've just grown richer, deeper in your love and knowledge of the Lord.
Absolutely, yeah.
How can someone watching who's just locked in darkness today find that light?
Yeah, absolutely. Loss is very unique. It's very unique, and sometimes I think the answers that we seek and the questions that we ask is in hopes that we can heal, and it can be well with us. But I've learned that it's in trusting in God, and it's allowing God to take those questions and to allow us to grieve, but to grieve with Him as He grieves with us. He understands loss.
A man of sorrows.
Absolutely.
And acquainted with grief.
Absolutely, yeah. Through this, one of the scriptures that spoke to me, and there has been various scriptures over time that I think God has really entrusted in with my grief, and one of those was Proverbs 3, 5 and 6. Just trust in the Lord, lean not on your own understanding. As I found myself trying to desperately seek answers and answer the how, the why, and all those things, but God just really pressed that on me, not to lean on my understanding, and also scriptures such as Deuteronomy 29:29 is the things that are secret belong to the Lord, and the things that are revealed belong to us and our children forever. So yeah, absolutely.
One day we'll understand it
One day.
all.
Absolutely.
Meanwhile, you're looking at a woman who's soon to graduate with a master's in theological studies at McMaster University. Your daughter will graduate from her course at the same time. There's a beautiful story being written here. And selfishly, the best part is we have Mary. Mary Wilson is one of our prayer partners. You need to know that when you call our prayer lines, you're talking to people who've been there, done that. They have found God sufficient in all kinds of challenging circumstances in life. So know that you have a friend who gets it, who is here for you. Whatever you're going through, this may be the worst month of your year. Please take advantage of that prayer line, and maybe you'll get to talk to Mary. God bless you. Have a wonderful Christmas.
Thank you,
Mary.
Myra. I appreciate it. Thank you for having me.
Stay with us. We'll be back.